Navratri is so much more than just a 9-day festival. It's this really profound journey of devotion, of connecting with our culture. And right at the heart of that journey is the tradition of Bhog, the special food we offer to the goddess each day. So today, we're going to dive deep and uncover the beautiful symbolism behind each of these 9 sacred offerings. Okay, let's get into it.
But before we get into the day-by-day menu, so to speak, it's really important to understand the spirit behind the offering itself. This isn't just about a checklist of foods. It's about the intention, the emotion, and that deep personal connection that it's all meant to create.
My grandmother used to say this all the time. It basically means the goddess only accepts the offering that is given from the heart. And that one idea, that's the foundation for this entire tradition. It's not about how fancy the dish is or how perfectly you made it. It's all about the love and devotion you pour into it. I'll never forget this one year. Everything was just chaos. We made the Bhog at the last minute, our minds were a million miles away, and the whole puja just felt, well, incomplete. But the next year, we planned everything out. We prepared each offering with care, with focus. And the difference? It was incredible. There was this feeling of deep peace, of fulfillment. That's the real power of offering from the heart.
So, to really appreciate the journey we're about to take through these 9 days, let's just make sure we're all on the same page about what Bhog truly is and why it's so central to Navratri worship. So Bhog, or as you might hear it called, Prasad, is essentially the sanctified food. You first offer it to the deity, in this case the 9 forms of Goddess Durga, and then it gets shared among your family and friends. In that moment, it transforms from just food into a real, tangible blessing.
So why do we do it? What's the purpose? Well, it kind of serves 3 main roles. First, offering Bhog marks the completion of your worship. Second, it acts as a physical symbol of your devotion. And maybe most importantly, it becomes the very medium through which we receive divine blessings. And each offering is specifically chosen to connect with the unique energy of the goddess on that particular day.
All right, now we're ready. Let's get to the heart of this and walk through this tradition day by day, connecting each form of the goddess with her unique and really meaningful offering.
So our journey kicks off on day 1 with Maa Shailputri, the daughter of the mountains. The offering for her is pure ghee, or clarified butter. The symbolism here is just beautifully simple. Ghee is seen as one of the purest things you can offer, and it's given with a prayer for a life that's just as pure, a life free from sickness and negativity.
On day 2, we honor Maa Brahmacharini. Now, she represents devotion and serious austerity, so it might seem a little odd, but the offering is actually sugar. This isn't just about wishing for sweetness, though. It symbolizes that profound joy and happiness that can only be achieved through deep spiritual discipline. It's the sweetness that comes after the hard work. For day 3, we turn to Maa Chandraghanta, who is this amazing blend of grace and bravery. Devotees offer her kheer, that sweet, comforting milk pudding, and this offering is really a prayer for inner peace. It's a plea for emotional balance and happiness to wash away life's sorrows, perfectly reflecting the serene yet strong nature of the goddess herself. Day 4 is dedicated to Maa Kushmanda, who is believed to be the creative power of the entire universe. So, to honor this cosmic creativity, the offering is Malpua, a sweet, rich pancake. This isn't just a treat, it's a prayer to ignite our own inner spark, to sharpen our minds and unlock our own creative potential. We're at the halfway point. On day 5, we honor Maa Skandamata, the mother of Lord Kartikeya. And here, the offering is a simple banana. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Its symbolism is so profound. It represents good health, prosperity, and it embodies that pure, selfless, unconditional love of a mother.
Day 6 brings us to the fierce warrior goddess Maa Katyayani. The offering? Honey. And it's a substance that just perfectly captures her duality. It represents a prayer for sweetness and positivity in our relationships, while also asking for the courage and inner strength to face our biggest fears head-on.
Now on day 7, we confront the darkness by worshiping Maa Kalarathri, the most ferocious form of the goddess. To appease her and ask for her protection, the offering is jaggery or gur. This unrefined raw sweet is a really powerful prayer, asking her to just consume all the negativity, all the obstacles that stand in our way. As we get close to the end, day 8 is dedicated to Maa Mahagari, a symbol of absolute purity. The offering is a coconut, which is just the perfect metaphor, right? We're asking the goddess to help us break through our own hard outer shell of ego to reveal that pure, clean spirit within. It's a prayer for a fresh start. And finally, we conclude our journey on day 9 with Maa Siddhidatri. She is the goddess who grants all divine gifts, or siddhis. The offering is tiny little sesame seeds, which symbolize the small but consistent efforts we make in our spiritual practice. It's a humble prayer for spiritual growth and the ultimate fulfillment of our journey.
So now that we've journeyed through all 9 days, let's zoom out a little bit, because this tradition isn't just a private act of worship. It's this vibrant, living cultural practice that strengthens bonds and brings entire communities together.
Take the story of a woman named Keshawari in Calcutta. Every single year, she mindfully prepares the entire list of offerings. For her and her family, the whole process, preparing it, offering it, and then sharing the Bhog together, it's not just about food. It's an act that builds family unity, brings mental peace, and creates this tangible sense of spiritual energy in their home.
And of course, this tradition is so beautifully diverse. Depending on where you are in the world, the Bhog might look totally different. It could be a rice lentil halwa, or maybe a savory khichdi. People who are fasting will often eat fruits, dairy, and nuts. And it's not even just about food. Many people also follow a color code for their clothing each day to align themselves even more with the specific energy of the goddess.
So how can we take the beautiful essence of this tradition and apply it meaningfully in our own modern, busy lives? Well, it's really about shifting our focus from just ritual to a mindful practice. Here are 4 simple takeaways. First, purity is key. Always use fresh, clean ingredients. Second, if you're fasting, choose foods that actually nourish your body. Third, and this is probably the most important point of all, remember your intention. It should be an act of devotion, not just another task on your to-do list. And finally, share the blessings. The joy of the festival just multiplies when the Bhog is shared with family, friends, and the wider community.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to reflect on. Whether it's preparing a meal for your family or just sharing a piece of fruit with a friend, this Navratri tradition teaches us such a powerful lesson. It asks us to think, beyond any specific ritual, how can a simple, mindful offering, something given from the heart, become a powerful act of connection in our own daily lives?